Hey, KIC here. This is a quick bonus episode that I thought I would put together and share with you because baby Rex is still alive. And there she is with her parents. I haven't named her yet because I'm not convinced she's necessarily going to make it, but she looks like she's doing okay right now. And you can see she's actually up to the point where she has just about 1,000 food as her maximum, and she's up to 275 hit points. So if I stand next to her too, just for kicks here, you'll see she's a lot taller than she was the last time that we were together. Now, in part, it was my fault that I did not have my server settings configured properly, so I've done that now. And I've actually had to play with them a little bit to get them to the point where I feel I can do this, because it's just kind of obscene. Now you can see I've kind of been busy. I have a lot of meat on me. A fair amount of it has spoiled, if I'm going to be honest. But that's okay. That's what happens when you are just letting it sit on an animal because, you know, you had them go hunting, and that's just kind of what happened. But anyway, so I'm trying to put as much of this stuff in there as I can right now, just because I could feed her manually like I kind of started off doing, but at a point you just decide, nah, let's let the feeding trough do it. So I'm just going to let the feeding trough do it. Now, I was just running around on Achillea, obviously, just because I needed to transport stuff. But man, look at that. That's pretty crazy. You can see the Dilos are now officially smaller than baby T-Rex, who was, I don't know, maybe even bigger than she was a couple minutes ago. I'm not 100% sure here. I mean, she's growing, and it doesn't seem like she's just going from A to B to C and then done or anything like that. If there are steps in there, it's gradual, and I have a feeling the devs are just running a scaler on it or something. They're just slowly increasing the scale, which, if so, is pretty brilliant. Yeah, there we go. See, she's up to 300 hit points now. Pretty sure I could see her eye, or just about. I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at about 2 minutes ago to see what it looks like, but she might make it. I don't know. I think she'll be okay. I've gone and grabbed enough food that I have filled that trough completely. I have, Beryl over here, she's pretty much out of food. I left her with a little bit so she could eat. You can see a ton has spoiled on her. Basically, Gothmog is in the same position where he was loaded up, and then I've just done some runs with the wolves. Achillea has a little bit on her, and I think Reaper over here has some. Yeah, he still has a fair amount on him. I actually forgot to move his around earlier, or maybe that's his second trip. I don't remember at this point. But you can see right now, at least, that the bar is moving along much faster than it had been. Look at that. She's a juvenile Rex now. That's pretty awesome. And her head no longer looks as laughably large as it was when she was a baby. So I'm feeling pretty good, like she might actually make it. And we'll see. I hope to follow up with something to say that she has made it and is an adult. And I'm trying not to get attached. That's in part why I'm not giving her a name right now. So if she makes it to adulthood, I'm just going to go ahead and move her here so she can just kind of maybe have a little more space instead of having mom always breathing down her neck. You know how that is, right? I'm just kidding. All the moms out there, I'm just kidding. Truly I am, because, you know, moms are awesome, and I mean that 100%. Moms are awesome. There's nothing quite like a mom. They are amazing, incredible people. It's just that when your mom is a gigantic T-Rex, you know, I just think maybe she would want a little room. Although I feel kind of bad now, she's just kind of staring at the wall. But she's going to be able to look over it pretty soon and see Auntie Beryl. So it's all good. And I'll check back in with you another time. But for right now, I am calling it an end to this episode. And I am really going to leave it a bit of a question mark. Does she make it past the juvenile stage? Does she make it all the way up to adulthood? I don't know. We'll find out another time, but at least she made it past being a baby, which I honestly wasn't sure was going to happen. But for now, we're going to have to call it a day, or at least an episode, a bonus episode, something. So just take one last look at her stats, see where she's at. She's up to 365 health. Her food's at 1,300, so she is slowly approaching those standard barriers. And actually, just out of curiosity here, yeah, I thought I should maybe look at her actual numbers. 462 stamina, 210 melee damage. So it looks like she maybe started with a little extra melee damage and a little extra stamina compared to standard. And she's not going to have the greatest of numbers compared to some T-Rexes. You know, maybe you're breeding some that have better stats on them because you just got a good roll of the dice on them. I don't know, but just the same, I am very happy to be doing this right now. So I'll catch you on another one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.